Okay, here we are, and what we've started to do, if you remember from just a few minutes ago, it's a few minutes if you're just watching it consecutively. For me, it's more than a few minutes. What we've done so far is establish that in a problem area, I just hacked down a little bit of the plaster to see how thick it was, to see what we've got going on up in there. Definitely some loose lath boards there, if you can see. Issues going on there, pulling away from the joists. We also established that the joists are running, at least in this area of the kitchen, to be lengthwise. Now that, if you are able to measure that, or consider that, that is a long run to consider if the joists are a span that entire length. Hopefully there's a header in there somewhere, but we'll see. Another thing that we've done is pulled down the old light fixtures just to get them out of the way for the process of bashing down our plaster and lath. And as you can see, it's going to be interesting. That's plaster lath trapped by, you guessed it, wallpaper. Wallpaper on the ceiling. It serves many purposes. Serves many purposes. Over here, we've got issues. It's currently wrapped. I currently wrapped it with several layers of electrical tape, but this is some of the old wiring. And that old wiring is crispy being up on the underside of that light fixture, cooking for however many decades. And it literally fell apart, so I had to expose bare wire for several inches. So what we're going to end up trying to do is, since we're pulling all the plaster and lath down in the ceiling and end up actually pulling it off from the walls as well, that'll be the opportunity to run some new up-to-date wiring to our switch, which is right here. And now we have a temporary light in place, so I can see what I'm doing. Talk to the guys there. So that's an update for now, and I'm about to actually begin taking the cabinets out. I'm going to take all them out in preparation of pulling the ceiling down tomorrow when I have some help. This will be an interesting task down here. We've got old galvanized supply pipes, old seized up union fittings, and some old galvanized drain line there that I'll have to sneak the cabinet out of there and then assess those water lines to see from the crawl space, which I already showed you, to see what I need to do in order to run adequate lines. In fact, probably try to tuck them into the wall that's currently, you can tell there's actually some rot back there. There must have been some leaking at one time. So once the cabinets are out of the way and that wall can be repaired, then I'll probably tuck the plumbing inside the wall and make it a little bit more, just more effective and more up to date as far as how things should be, run. So that'll be it for now. I'll talk to you later. All right, demolition is proceeding. We got the sink removed, plumbing shut off for now. Otherwise, we'd have gushing pipes. And here's where our base cabinet was. If you remember it, the uppers are still in place. Went along and made a couple of, you can notice where my blade trailed off into the wall. I was making relief cuts into the framing of the what do you call it? What are these things called? What are these things called? Oh yeah, they're called cabinets. So because they're so beefy, they were made. This thing was a custom-made piece of furniture for the kitchen, built right in place here. It wasn't built beforehand; it was built right here, and you can tell that because of the way that it was constructed. The little different pieces that were just custom fit here and there in order to make things work. So, in order to make this job happen, this is what everyone needs. That would be called some sort of a wrecking bar. That is what everyone needs if you are going to do something like this. So, I don't think I can wreck stuff effectively and hold the camera at the same time, so I won't. I'll have to shut it off, and then you'll have to see what happened afterwards. There, I'll just give it one hit. There you go. Okay. So here we are. Still working at getting our cabots pulled down. We got all those the base fully removed, and then started in the uppers there. I just thought I'd pipe in here. Notice here that there was a large door in position on that particular cabinet, and what's interesting is what you end up doing when you're doing remodeling is a lot of the time you try to find things that you're working with that are right on the job in order to serve a purpose that will eventually just be done away with. Here you see there's a return air vent and a supply vent. That's not good HVAC planning, mind you, just in case you were wondering. But either way, we won't talk about that in a moment. What we need to do actually is to plan for tomorrow when we're doing pulling down all the plaster and lath from the ceiling, which will be like some sort of a hailstorm. It'd be like being in a hailstorm, only instead of ice, it will be concrete falling on your head and smashing and on the ground and such. So what I do is find something. Oh, look at that. So we'll just cover up those holes to keep from all that plaster and lath from piling up and bouncing and going in those holes and plugging the ductwork and such. Oh, that'll work. Just cover it up. And then we see, oh, there's another one over here. Well, let's just see. Oh, look at that. Just happened to find another one that is about that size. Oh, that'll work great. Just like that. Just cover the hole. Just cover the hole. There it is. And then we're ready for destroying plaster and lath. I'm interested in taking this thing apart to see what's actually holding our chimney up. You see that there's an angle there. Most likely that's not concrete under there. That's probably just some framing, some 2x type material holding up a very large stack of chimney. Here, I'll show you. It goes not just from the first floor up, it also goes through the second floor. If you can see there's the second floor, and it sticks above the roof a good 3-4 feet. So got a lot of weight sitting on that interesting angle there, so it'll be fun to find out what's in there. Okay, bye!